Good morning. We are here to express our memories and words for Professor S.K. Joshi, who has had a long-standing association with ARIES. He was the Governing Council chair for the period of October 2013 to March 2016, and then again in the second term from November 2017 to July 2019. Also during this period, ARIES underwent a lot of difficulty in installing one of the largest telescopes in Asia, and he really helped us in the ARIES family to get that project completed. So I would request actually Professor Ashutosh Sharma, who has joined remotely from DST, to uh, to share his thoughts on this occasion. Professor Sharma, are you able to hear me? May I request you to?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, sir.
Okay, I think my video is not on. Can you please turn that on?
Okay. Yes, we can see you, sir.
Professor P.C. Agarwal, Dr. Deepankar Banerjee, and all the ARIES family which has gathered here. We are all the entire scientific community of India is saddened about going away of Professor Shri Krishna Joshi. So we already know that he was a great scientist. He has made significant contributions to many areas of physics. He received all the possible awards and recognition for his contributions in physics in scientific research. He was also director of NPL, a flagship CSIR lab, and then on to leading CSIR as Director General. His contributions to institution building were tremendous on all fronts. He had contributed, he was a chairman of board of governors of IIT Roorkee and several places. But his vision and contribution for DST and his family has been exceptional, been extraordinary. There was no major committee, there was no major scheme of DST that he had not chaired at one time or other. I have had the good fortune of sitting with him and listening to him in no less than a dozen different committees. Um, in fact, first time I met him was on visit to University of Allahabad, which was his alma mater, and we were setting up an center of excellence in nanotechnology at that point there, which must have been nearly 15 years ago. I was a complete stranger at that point to him and much younger. But our first meeting, I recall so vividly, he took a great interest in knowing the work that I was doing. And not just about that, about my family and everything else. And this was very typical of him. Even with unknown people, with much younger people, he was a constant source of encouragement that anybody that knew him can attest rather readily on that. So DST, of course, that he's been chairman, as was pointed out, of GC, of ARIES. Only last year, we had the good fortune of his visit to ARIES. We had gone to Devasthal at that point, and he had recounted so many stories about the building of a telescope there, about the institute, about the hills, about his family, and all the great plans and vision that he has had for the institute. He was totally dedicated to any job that was his. He was totally involved in everything that he did, and it's because of that that he was able to leave his footprint, his very own signature on every activity that he undertook, taking it forward with speed and with quality. It's an irreparable loss to the community, to all community of scientists, as well as our institutions of science and technology in the country. We are indeed very sad, and our heartfelt condolences and prayers to his family in these difficult times. We pray for the peace of his existence wherever it is. I'm sure his existence, his legacy in the country will continue for a very long time. He certainly remains in our minds and our hearts, in a special corner of our hearts. And we again pray for his peace of the departed soul. Namaskar.
Thank you, sir. May I request now Professor Agarwal to say a few words, please?
For Professor Ashutosh Sharma, Professor Deepak Banerjee, and colleagues and staff members of ARIES. As you know, we all gathered here through video conferencing to pay homage to the memory of Professor S.K. Joshi, who was closely associated with ARIES for a period of almost 6 years. And most of you met him at one or other time when we were at meeting of the GC in Nainital and also in Deostal, and therefore you can recall his, the smiling face, and also he is always, telling people, recognizing them, saying hello. So he was a very friendly person. Now, Professor Joshi came to become the chairman of Governing Council of ARIES at a time when Professor Ram Sagar has just left ARIES as the director. He has let down the office of director, and there was a vacuum. And Dr. Kasturangan then decided to resign from the council due to personal reasons. So it was Professor then DST secretary persuaded him to become the chairman, even though he protested that, look, I have not much interaction with astronomy and I am not knowledgeable. But then DST secretary persuaded him that, look, there are other members of the council who will help you. So he agreed and he became the chairman. Now I recall the first meeting we had, of the first meeting of the ARIES we had, and in that meeting he asked to be briefed about the present status of the 3.6 meter telescope and asked me to do it, since I was associated with the ARIES from very beginning. So I briefed him over the next 15 minutes about the various stages through which this project went and where it was at the time. And at the time we were facing two major difficulties, and he played an important role in resolving them. One was that the telescope had arrived and it had to be stored because the enclosure was not ready. Unfortunately, the contractor, Mrs. Pedwak and Company, to whom we gave the contract, grossly underestimated the effort involved in erecting the telescope enclosure, which was a huge affair, and I think they never handled a project of that magnitude. So we pointed out to him that due to this reason, the telescope had arrived, but we had to store it, and we don't have any enclosed space, so we had to store it in open with tarpaulin and plastic covers. So that was one problem. And so the EMOS, which is designed and supplied the telescope, was very worried that storing the telescope in the open under humid condition will damage some of the parts. Anyway, the enclosure problem got resolved gradually because of persuasion of Professor Joshi and then DST secretary, who had a series of meetings with him, and we all impressed upon the need to deploy more effort, more manpower Ultimately, the telescope got erected. But when telescope boxes were opened, unfortunately, it was found that water had leaked or humidity had entered some of the components, critical components of the telescope, and that was very worrisome. So when these were they were opened, dismantled, and then telescope erection started, it was noticed that some important parts have been rusted. So Amos Reyes says that they cannot guarantee the performance of the telescope because of this problem unless we agree to replacement of the damaged part, whatever they are found, and pay for it. And the cost estimate was huge. So we had a series of meetings with Amos under the chairmanship of Professor Joshi in RC Gurgaon, where there is a DST center of RC with and the representative Amos. And ultimately we found a midway whereby some parts, critical parts, which could have been damaged to storage, we agreed to pay for them. Long and short of story is that ultimately the telescope was assembled by 2007 and its performance was found to be fine. But again, we ran into another problem. After he was the chairman of GC till 16, and then for 2 years, Swarup was the chairman. And when Professor Swarup again said that he would not like to continue, Professor S.K. Joshi was again persuaded to become the chairman. So when he became chairman, the problem surfaced was that the telescope azimuth drive motor had failed. And because of that, again, the operation was stopped. And the estimate of the repair, if involved fully Amos, was huge. So he asked us about what is the best way to do. So we thought the best way would be that we have to involve ARIES engineers in main job erection and other things. And he agreed to it. And ultimately, you can see ARIES engineers and other staff did a very competent job under the guidance of Amos and could replace the motor, and now the telescope is working satisfactorily. So I found that Professor Joshi gave you, when he asked you to take up some job, and when you express the difficulties, he said he will fully support it, and he always supported to the end. So it was his support and backing was very essential in taking the whole thing forward. So there are just two examples. Overall, he played a very vital role in so many things and overcoming so many difficulties that I think ARIES will always remember it with gratitude. So in the end, I would like to just pay my tribute and tribute on behalf of entire ARIES family to him and pray God to rest his soul in peace and give strength to his family to bear this loss.
May I now request Professor Ananta Krishnan, who has been also associated with ARIES for several decades and was closely involved with this 3.6 meter telescope, to say a few words, please.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. I was informed the day he passed away, Professor Joshi passed away. I was informed by one of my friends from NPL that he had passed away. And that evening I felt so much of a shock that I couldn't do anything at all after that. He had, in the short span of about 4 or 5 years, he had made a really, really great impact on me. And because of his benign and very adroit handling of a big project like the 3.6 meter telescope and the various other facilities of ARIES. Although he said right in the beginning that he is not an astronomer and he doesn't know anything about what goes on in Aries, etc., etc. But the breadth of his experience, I think, carried him through to understand the problems. And as Professor Agarwal said, I couldn't hear much of his talk because there was disconnection. But as he correctly said, he was always very supportive of whatever jobs are being led by various leaders. And so he supported the project management board very heavily. And at one stage, Professor Agarwal might not have mentioned this, but at one stage, Amos refused to go further. And there was a big quarrel between Aries on the one side and Amos on the other side. And Professor Joshi asked me also to take part in it. And I had to have a series of video conferences and audio conferences with Amos, general managers and other management people to resolve this issue. And finally, we arrived at some compromise settlement, I think, which Professor Agarwal did mention. And so the problem passed, and then we could proceed further, and they started the assembly again. And the other thing where he asked me, more or less, and he requested me, and then he instructed me that I should look into the ST radar project, which was really in bad shape at the time in 2000, I think early 2015, I think. In one of the meetings, he said that you are a radio astronomer and you have built radio telescopes. So why don't you just look into this ST radar, which doesn't seem to be working at all because it's already 8 years since the project was given to as contract to ECIL. And so I took interest, and as a result of that, we could again negotiate with ECIL and again ramp up our own R&D inside Aries and show them that these things can be done, and which they had given up almost as not possible. We had lots of very interesting dialogues with them. We had meetings in Pune, we had meetings in Aries, all that, and even in ECIL. And finally, the job has been done, and the ST radar is up and running. And I always wanted to say how useful it was to have the support of a chairman like Professor Joshi, who supported it through and through. And he, as I think I did hear Professor Agarwal mentioning this, that once he trusts and gives the job to somebody, asks somebody to take care of something, then he totally trusts you to deliver something. And that was a great thing, and that is one of the great qualities of a very wise administrator. And so his scientific administration, as Professor Sharma also mentioned, was really fantastic. I haven't seen too many such people who are very flexible and who are trustworthy and who inspire their people under them to perform to their best and then come out successful. And that must have been the reason why he was chairman of so many institutions. And he was the director of the Board of Governors of IIT Roorkee and so on and so forth. So I was greatly saddened by his passing away. And he was a great friend of Aries. And when we used to go to Devasthal, he always used to point out to me that far beyond that was his village, where he grew up as a child and went to school, walked several miles to attend school and come back. And he used to tell us all those stories, and they were very entertaining as well as very instructive as to how one rises from these things to great positions of importance to the nation. So we mourn his loss very much, and on behalf of myself and all the Aries team, I also would like to pay my heartfelt homage to him and to convey our respects to his family. Thank you.
May I now request Professor Ramsagar, who has been instrumental in building up Aries, what it is today, to say a few words, please, sir.
Yeah, could you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay. Dear friends, most of you have already told about his contribution to the project. I would like to just mention that his first visit was Aries in the month of May 2013. In fact, about 5-6 months before he could, he became chairman. Also, in fact, this fact he narrated time. I don't know astronomy, but as it has been mentioned by previous, speakers very well, that how well he contributed, and it was mainly because of his, very good administrative capability. He was basically a physicist, but he knew how the science administration works, and that advantage definitely Aries got in the installation of 3.6 meter. In fact, my first meeting with him was in July 2006 in Nasi, National Academy of Science, India, Allahabad in those days, now Prayagraj. And I can just say, in addition to what my earlier speakers have said, that he was a well-organized person with clear vision and thinking. He had a very positive view about the things. And one thing I would like to just tell you how well organized he used to. Any job which he used to take, he, in the meeting, he comes very well prepared, all aspects considered, so that justice can be done. And in this context, I would like to just mention one incident which happened. I was member of that fellowship scrutiny committee in physical sciences, and he was chairman of that. And as most of you know, that it's not easy. And in astrophysics, it comes in as a part of physics where very few numbers are given, sometimes 0, maximum 1, and so on. So in 2008, it happened that we were trying to, argue. I was arguing for one candidate, and Professor Menon, MGK Menon, he was supporting another candidate. Both candidates were very good, but physics community wanted to take only one. Anyway, with a lot of argument, one candidate which was supported by Professor Menon, he was considered in the meeting. But Professor Joshi remembered whatever argument I had put, and he made use of that when the council meeting took place. So that was one of the year when 2 astronomers got, became fellow, and and then he rang me that, look, Ramsagar, I remembered what all you said, and in the council meeting, we have made him as a fellow. So this reflects very clear that he listened, digest, and then try to make best use of that thing. And he always respect merits, always look into the case in details. And towards the end, I can only just say that, because most of the other things have been said, and also on the Aries website, very good information has been provided about his contribution to the Aries family. So I just, towards the end, I will pay my homage and pray God for the peace of departed soul, and also pray God to give strength to his family to bear this great loss. Thank you.
May I request Professor Wahabuddin to say a few words? Professor Wahabuddin, can you hear me?
Oh, could you hear me?
Yes, we can.
So this is a very sad moment to all of us, the untimely demise of Professor S.K. Joshi. He was not a GC chair, but he is a guardian of Aries, I can say, and he take the responsibility in very crucial phase when our telescope was ready to installation, and so many difficulties we are facing, and he took the bold decision to support the Aries, and so many other problems of Aries he solved and supported wholeheartedly, and we get the success to install the telescope, and other so many problems. Other speakers mentioned that the ST radar also was not in good shape, and Professor Anand Kesan he gave the responsibility. So now ST radar is also in good shape and start working. So we achieved so many milestones during his bold leadership, and his contribution. Remember, always remember his contribution, because I have interacted a lot, because he gave top priority to Aries matters. I can call him anytime, and he uh, always was supportive, and uh, it is a really great loss to the scientific community, and I pay my homage to him, and pray to God to rest his soul in peace, and give the strength to his family to bear this great loss, because we Aries always remember his great contribution, and it is a great loss to the scientific community. So I stop here. Thank you.
I noticed that Professor Nandita Srivastava, she has actually joined from Udaipur Solar Observatory. Nandita sent me a message yesterday that Nandita's father and Professor Joshi was very good friends, and she has fond memories. So I requested Nandita to say a few words, please. Nandita, can you hear me?
Pankaj?
Yes, we can hear you, Nandita.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, Dipankar, for asking me to join today's meeting. I think I never imagined that I will have to speak about Professor S.K. Joshi, whom I never had a chance to meet in my professional career. But as I shared with you yesterday, I knew him as my father's classmate and friend in masters in while doing MSc in Allahabad University, and my father used to speak very highly of him. He used to tell stories how dedicated he was to his studies, where he won the gold medal of the university in his masters, which by now everybody knows. But I knew that when I was a child. And he also used to tell me that he used to be engrossed in his research lab for long hours without a break. That story left a great impact on my mind. And I think as a child, his story has indirectly inspired me to take up research. Um, we often used to go to Roorkee in my childhood, because my maternal aunt used to live there and her husband was a professor of chemistry there. So it was an opportunity for my father to meet him quite often. And also later on, my brother-in-law joined the physics department at Roorkee. So we had several occasions when my father used to go and meet him. And I think the greatness I felt, that now I realize that in spite of his busy schedule, and now I'm hearing he had held so many positions, very responsible positions, in spite of his all the commitments, Professor Joshi always found the time to meet my father, who was a classmate in masters. It's a sheer coincidence that my father also left this world in January this year. And I think there will be a reunion of the old batchmates once again up there. Um, I learned that under his leadership as council chairman of ARIES, it has grown, ARIES has grown by leaps and bounds because of his continuous support. And I am very much inspired, and I did not know many of the stories that Professor Sharma, Professor Anant Krishnan, Professor P.C. Agrawal shared with us today. And I think it's a sort of inspiration to all the younger generation of ARIES and otherwise in India, in all the institutes, to learn about a man who rose from a small place to a big, he earned fame and for himself, for the world. And as a scientist, he glorified the profession as his profession in the scientific area. I think I will stop here by conveying my heartfelt condolences to his family members and the strength to bear this loss. And I also want to send my heartfelt condolences to the ARIES family, who I'm sure have felt a great loss by losing him as the council chairman. But I'm sure his guidance will keep them inspiring and to do more better and better in the field of astronomy. Thank you.
Thank you, Nandita. As you said that, we are almost losing a generation. I recall actually, my father-in-law comes from a biological science background, so he was also part of the CSR family. Now, actually, I recall that Professor Joshi visited our campus when I was in masters, and Professor Siena Rao, Professor Joshi, G. Padmanabhan, and my father-in-law, Professor Bhaduri. So they were all very good friends. So I probably saw him at that time, but of course, I never had the privilege to interact with him in my professional career. But today I am here in ARIES, and I see the contribution he has made to this institute and to the nation is immense. And we are really deeply saddened that we are losing such personalities one by one. But I think it's our responsibility to recognize their contribution and remember the path they have shown us, and it's our responsibility to take it further forward from their guidance. So on this occasion also, I thought that it may be appropriate. From the ARIES family, we were just thinking that we may have a small little science center in Devasthal, and there I propose that we may name it in his memory. So that's a wish which from the ARIES family we will continue, and I hope we'll be able to achieve with the support of the Governing Council and the DST. So before we close, I would just take this opportunity to just ask there are other colleagues remotely who has joined, and also we have a few actually people here. So can you just turn the camera to the other side? Because of social distancing, we have not, filled the auditorium. But there are quite a few individuals who had, interactions with Dr. Joshi. So would any of you would like to say anything here? I will request you to, would you like to say something? Yeah, so Mr. Ravinder, our registrar, would like to say something because during his tenure also he had a lot of interaction with Professor Joshi. Please.
It's a really saddened news for us that we heard the demise of Professor Joshi, and Professor Joshi was associated with this institute at a very crucial stage. When the docism was going in this institute and many of the things were lying pending, and Professor Joshi not only supported in the scientific areas, but he also supported in the some administrative problems of this institute, like house allotment promotion policy, house allotment policy, and so many other things where we can focus, and the things are going in bad shape. So I really want to thanks Professor Joshi, and I pay my heartfelt homage to Professor Joshi. Thank you.
Anyone else in the auditorium? Rishi, would you like to say something? Anybody who is remotely connected, Brijesh or Amitesh is actually at Devastal observing from the 3.6 meter telescope. Amitesh, would you like to say something?
Yeah, Dipankar, I think most of us know Professor Joshi as a very humble person. He was a council chairman, and despite that, he was very close to all of us actually. He used to talk to us at Devastal as a very friendly nature. And as a human being, I always remember him. He was very close to all of us who were involved in the dot installation, and he used to always ask well-being, as a family member sometimes. He used to inquire about people, that how are they doing, how well they are performing in their families and all that. So most of us will agree that he, while working in Aries as a, showing his leadership as a chairman of governing council, he also showed a very, family kind of attitude. And that's what we all liked. We used to talk to him very often and all that. And we all are very sad to hear that. And my heartfelt condolences. And yeah, I mean, this is what I wanted to say. Thank you.
Okay, Manish, should you like to say something? Can you come here, please? Because otherwise people will not be able to hear.
Of course, I think as everybody says, and the very important thing is that he was very, of course, we know he's very gentle person. And whenever we used to meet, always apart from the science, he used to always ask about the well-being. And apart from that, I would like to add that for the ST Radha project, for the day we have now today, we have got very strong support and continuous support. That was very important for the ST Radha. And I will say that successful of the ST Radha project is mainly begins from the Professor S.K. Joshi. Of course, later on we continue, and then the support from the Anand Krishnan. Particularly when we are having the clutter issue, we have to have the lot of money. The project was not having money, and from his support we got the money also. And with this, I would like to pay my condolence, and say that his family will also have the strength to bear this loss.
Yeah. Anybody else who is remotely connected would like to say a few words?
Yeah, I'm Brijesh here.
Yes, please.
Yeah. It's very sad news for all of us. Actually, it was March 2015 when this first engineering light took place, and I still recall that Professor Joshi called me and other colleagues who were involved at various things with this facility, and I could see the excitement he had on this first engineering light, because this telescope installation and construction of enclosure, telescope enclosure went through a very difficult phase. And there have been delay in construction of telescope building due to very difficult site conditions. So I could see that whenever he visited Devastal site, he was very much attached, very much for this national facility to come up at this particular location, Devastal. And I would emphasize that he was very friendly. Whenever I gave presentation on DOT project, after the presentation, he could come to us and discuss things in a very friendly manner post presentation, and that's where the role comes. We really felt excited about his personal touch with all of us, and I would say that in the entire history of Aries, there have been 3 milestones. First, of course, the shifting of this observatory from Banarasi to Nainital in March 1954. And second was in March 2004, when this state observatory was taken over by central government. And third was this March 2004, I would say, the first light of this national facility, which is light for this institute. So this third milestone probably is dedicated to Professor Joshi, because it was possible only because of his contribution to this institute. And we remember him for his constitution. He is an inspiration for all of us. So I pay my homage to him, and let his soul be at rest. That is all. Thank you.
I request Shashi to say a few words, please.
Yeah. Apart from all what all others have said, I would also like to add that I started interacting Professor Joshi in 2014 early, and in early 2014, this institute was really running through a very crucial phase, as others have mentioned. And apart from contributions to 3.6 meter installation and so on, I would like to stress upon the scientific administration aspects of Professor Joshi, because we interacted with him for many other matters apart from 3.6 meter telescope, like legal matters and so on. And the kind of guidance and suggestions which we got from him, I think without that it was really very difficult for us to come out of that situation. So that was one very strong and balanced aspect of Professor Joshi, which I would like to highlight. One small instance I would like to also highlight, that how particular he was, that once he was coming here and he asked me to book his train reservation tickets, and I booked 2 tickets for him. And then when he came here, then he said that you had booked and so on. And then he went back to Delhi by road, I guess. Then he sent a check of that much, exactly that much amount. And then he wrote a letter in his own handwriting and signature saying that when you get this check, then please consider it as my personal trip, because I was going to my village. So I'm not going to charge either from Aries or from Birla Institute. So this particular he was whenever he was traveling and so on. So with these words, I would like to pay my homage to Professor Joshi, and pray to God that let his soul rest in peace, and his family should come out of this situation very soon.
I just noticed that Dr. Mohanty from DST has just joined. So Dr. Mohanty, would you like to say a few words? Dr. Mohanty, are you able to hear me? I think his audio is still not activated. So maybe meanwhile, we can ask anyone from remotely who is connected if you want to say a few words. Dr. Mohanty, your audio is still not activated, so. No, he's joined, but his video is there. The icon is there, but the audio is not working. So, is there anyone else from the audience who'd like to say anything? Yeah, maybe we should proceed then. I would actually request the people who have assembled here for just remembering Professor Joshi, and we'd like to have 1 minute silence, please. Thank you. Thank you for joining. I will end the session now.